Dear students, we are discussing about the summation of the series in binomial theorem. So as we discussed students, binomial theorem nothing but about two terms. So by taking the two terms, we have discussed with respect to the sigma. Sigma nothing but what here? Sum of the given series. Series nothing but students commonly we can use 1, 2, 3, that is called as a series. When you take in a plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, commonly it is called as a sequence. Here, whatever the terms are there, in 1 plus x to the power of n, when we have expounded, so you will get as nc0 plus nc1x plus nc2x square, so on and so on, ncn x power n, already you know. So already symbolically we have represented nc0 equal to c0, nc1 equal to c1. Already we have discussed friends here. So in this case, mainly what we are going to discuss is nothing but so as 1 sigma we have discussed, means when r equal to 0 to n, sigma r equal to 0 to n, so r into cr we have discussed, only cr we have discussed, means you will get a sequencing. So according to that sequence, from where you got sequence? So we got it from 1 plus x to the power of n. So whatever we are discussing here, you just feel 1 plus x to the power of n expansion. From 1 plus x to the power of n expansion only, whatever we are done previously, whatever the principles that we have derived with respect to the coefficients of the what are binomial strengths or binomial terms, what you say. So from that we are continuing the same here. So here as we said, C0 comma C1 comma C2 comma so and so on CR comma so and so on Cn we have taken as a binomial coefficients. So about the binomial coefficients we have discussed many problems as we have taken 1 plus x power n expansion. So 1 plus x power n expansion, that when we have expanded, so that expansion we have written as, and that is in other words 1 plus x power n equal to c0 plus c1x plus c2x square plus so and so on crx to the power of r plus so and so on cn x power n, that we have completed students here. Now come to this double sigma or triple sigma, whatever we are taking. Here 1 sigma nothing but students already we have discussed here about 1 sigma. Here when 2 sigmas are taken by students here, suppose when you consider students here, so this cursor is showing here. Already in multinomial we have discussed much more things about these friends here. In binomial when you have discussed about the what are 2 terms, in multinomial we have discussed about the what are many terms friends. There we have discussed a trinomial and other than trinomial also. So there students we have used different constants whatever we have done students. That is nothing but suppose sigma, whatever the problems we have taken students with respect to the what is here. So TR plus 1 for general term, so we have used the sigma strengths and that we have expanded. So means suppose when 2 terms are taken strengths, as you know very well, so what we have done strengths here, that we have written as by, so we have taken r factorial into s factorial strengths, and r and s for 2 terms we have taken strengths here. And more than that we have taken strengths here, r1, r2, r3 like that, or x1, x2, x3 like that we have taken strengths here. So now about this double sigma, nothing but the same thing, but there we have discussed about the only one, because of here coefficient of x to the power of n is nothing but students here all terms commonly consisting of x, so 1 or 2 terms does not consisting of x, there we have used. Here in this double sigma what should we do is the question. So as a double sigma taking place, what happens students here, sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n we have taken. So now subject to commonly what we have discussed students here, previously what we have done, just to make the connection from there to this subject students here. So sum of the series what he has given sigma and a double sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n, means whenever we are using here 2 things, so automatically for them, so we need to represent about what students here I and j also. So how they will be students here? So as we have discussed previously, 0 less than or equal to or less than or equal to n students. Same thing here is also you can see. So here double sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n, we have used fi and fj students. So in the given summation I and j are not independent. In the sum of series students here what we can write sigma I equal to 1 to n, sigma j equal to 1 to n fi fj. So which can be written as, here clearly you need to understand, here I equal to 1 means which must related to fi, j equal to 1 means which must related to what students here, fj. So the same thing here. So you can write here, so whatever he has given that commonly we can write like this. Means see here fj, f of j nothing but we have taken relation with j equal to 1 to n, sigma j equal to 1 to n fj. So here for I students f of I we have taken I equal to 1, that is nothing but a sigma I equal to 1 to n. So we have separated here. Same thing here what will happen, so because of when j equal to 1 to n, if you want to find the sum, so here should be what students, here variable should be what, here j only. Suppose if you have written I, it's not will be considered, it will not be considered. Why? Because of here j equal to here nothing but 1 or j is a variable. So due to that reason here you have to understand, simply you need to write and without confusion students. To avoid the confusion what we are going to tell, double sigma is nothing but we can use like this, that where I is there you can fix it, where j is there you can substitute students. Now again the commonly while you are going to do the problems here, whatever these concepts are given, these are only going to apply. I and j are independent. In this summation 3 types of terms occur. Means I and j when you are considered, automatically whatever the relation is taken place, relation nothing but so everywhere the only these 3 relations students here. Means I less than j or I greater than j and I equal to j. So these are the common relations commonly we can take. So with respect to these 3 common relations we can find a formula. So in each and every problem to solve whatever you required, so commonly we can use this concept students. Also sum of terms when I less than j is equal to the sum of the terms when I greater than j, if fi and fj are symmetrical, so in that case commonly we can take fi and fj will be the same. So that is you can see here. So sigma I equal to 1 to n, sigma j equal to 1 to n, f of I into f of j equal to sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n. So what are the possibilities that we have taken here? F of I into f of j plus sigma 0 less than or equal to j less than I less than or equal to n, sigma f of I f of j. Here you need to understand students here what we have given a condition here, that condition we are writing students here. So it is nothing students, don't confuse. Here we have used only one sigma, but we have written students here is sigmas we have written, here is written, here is also we have written. So for this don't get any confusion. How we have written this is, this we have written by using this concept. Means when we are deriving the relation between I and j, the relation may be I less than j, the relation I greater than j and I equal to j. So here instead of maybe we are considering all these 3 relations. So that is why when problem is given like this, that we can write in this form. So because of here see, here I less than j condition we have used here, j less than I condition we have used here, and I equal to j condition we have used here. So the same concept simply we have used mathematically. So now we are going to derive a formula from the concept and what we have explained. So which equals students, you see here this plus this we have taken 2 of that. Why? Because of here as we said f and f of I and f of j are symmetrical, means we must take them as same here, equal the sum of the terms taken place. So sum of terms when I less than j is equal to the sum of the terms when I greater than j. So as he said these terms are equal, so you must take it is as 2 into any one of that you can add students. So 2 into sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n f of I f of j plus this is as it is double sigma I equal to j f of I f of j students. Now come from this whatever you required. The problem you can ask like this students. This type of problems if you ask here. So what are the problems we are going to do students here? From only this concept and from means whatever the derived, whatever the principle we are derived by using the concept here, see cursor how it is moving. With respect to this is only we can do all problems. So from this students here, this equal you take here. So double sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n f of I f of j equal to, we have written students here, this you can send this side, it will become minus. So 2 means already you can send here, it will become downstreams. So when f of I and f of j are not symmetrical, then what we are going to do see. Now solve, find the sum. Students here double sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n NCI into NCJ. Now according to the principle what we said students here, here see this is given, here is the given problem. As 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n, from this we have derived a principle. So that principle we have used students here. Simply whatever the principle we have derived now in before concepts, so the same principle we have used here. So that is here sigma I equal 0 to n, sigma j equal 0 to n, NCI into NCJ minus sigma I equal 0 to n. So that is NCI whole square, because of those two terms we have taken as a sin. Same thing you can write students here. Here how do you got 2 power n students? Already you know very well. Whenever you are derived, means students here Cj is there. Here I is equal to 0. Means already we have released. This is mean by what happened? You should understand that sigma j equal to 0 to n we applied for NCJ. As summation we have taken for NCJ from j to 0 to n. What happens students here? That is C0 plus C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus 1 so on Cn equal to how much you know? 2 power n students. So the 2 power n we have written. Next what remained here? The remaining for I remain. I equal to 0 to n, that is nothing but a sigma equal 0 to n NCI into 2 power n. Same thing here, this is also you will get how much students? 2 power n. This is nothing but a indirectly already we have reminded many times, sum of the coefficients or sum of the binomial coefficients when x equal to 1, that is 2 power n. That is nothing but a C0 plus C1 plus C2 plus 1 so on. Cn equal to 2 power n we have taken because of which is nothing but a 1 plus x power n. As x equal to given 1, you will get 2 power n. So same thing minus sigma I equal to 0 to n NCI whole square as it is, right? Here 2 power n, 2 power n, 2 power 2n minus this is nothing but a NCI square. Already we have derived this principle students here. C0 square plus C1 square plus C2 square plus 1 so on Cn square equal to 2n Cn. This principle also we have derived. So directly write 2 power 2n minus 2n Cn by 2 students. This is completed. Next here double sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than or equal to j less than or equal to n NCI NCJ. Here what is the difference between to before problem to this here? Here already he has given very clear. Before I less than j less than I, the condition. Here nothing but a 0 less than or equal to I less than or equal to j less than or equal to n. Already condition is very clear. So automatically only sign will change, remaining all will be the same. So students same, you write same principle. Your whole instead of minus plus will come. So same formula. As you expanded similarly, you will get 2 power n. Again expanded, you will get 2 power n. So same thing here is also nothing but a 2n Cn. So same problem students, same approach. The condition is only change, that is I less than or equal to j. Now next problem, double sigma when I is not equal to j, NCI NCJ. Now same thing you can take, whatever the formula you can take here as I is not equal to j. So before already we have explained. So when I equal to j we have considered that is as a 2. When I is not equal to j nothing but directly you can take this is sigma. So double sigma for that you have taken a separation. I equal to 0 sigma to n, or sigma I equal to 0 to n students, sigma j equal to 0 to n, NCI, NCJ, same concept. You can find the water sigma, you can apply to individually. So same thing is here comes as students here, as separated you will get 2 power 2n minus 2 NCN students. Now next, find the value of double sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n. So this is separately as given students already. We have done students some problems on this. So before what are the questions we have taken, on that also we have done some problems, and once more we have taken different approach and we are explaining. So the same thing you can see NCI plus NCJ, this you can apply for both for the as a summation. So after that students here, NCI must be related to I, NCJ must be related to j, like that we can write. Now come to our approach. So the same principle that what we have used in concept to what we told, what is the principle that we have derived, so the same thing here we have used here. So from that same thing you can write, you write separately, this will remain the same. So here in this case what happens students, as we have written, this for this applied, this for this will apply. So after that I equal to 0 to n, you can, here NCI whenever you are taken common, because of here for j equal to 0 it is not related. So here is also same thing here, for j I is not related, so like that we can take here. So as we have taken, so just we can apply here. So as j equal to 0 to n, NCJ nothing but automatically will get 2 power n. So as you have taken common is nothing but 1 students will get like this. So we have all completed some problems regarding this. So this is minus 2 to the power of n plus 1. Then same thing you have expanded, sigma I equal to 0 to n, what remained here, NCI remained here, n plus 1 plus 2 to the power of n. Again this you can apply here for this one. So you will get again this is 2 power n students here. So same thing you can come down and you can continue. So and solve, find the value of double sigma 1 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n minus 1. So previously we have used here what, 0 less than or equal to I less than j. So here n is we have used, so as 1 we have taken, so n minus 1. So here before they are not at all used I, j. So before the, because of as a coefficient of NCI and NCJ here we are using. So that is also there, suppose R into CR, like that these are also we are going to use. Now same principle whatever we have used here, that you can take, but here nothing but a ij we have taken. So I is also up to n times according to given, that is also for n times 1 to n minus 1 when you have taken. So here as n minus 1 is started, so n into n becomes to n square. So you can continue for the same thing as n minus 1 we have taken. Before n means n we have taken, here n minus 1 nothing but n minus 1 we have taken. So n square you can take here. So 2 power same thing 2n means here 2n minus 1, here is also same thing, by 2 will be taken best friends, same thing. Now next to solve for this, sigma 0 less than I less than j less than or equal to n, I plus j, NCI plus NJ. So we can write it separately and apply students. So here sum does not change if we replace I by n minus 1 and j by n minus j. So here by doing so, in fact we are writing the series in the reverse order. So in many cases we have done, in deriving the principle that only we have done. So s equal to what we have taken, the reverse also we have taken same thing. So s equal to, so this is 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n for the double sigma I plus j, that is what he has given you, so take same thing. So what actually I told here, this is students here you can take a n minus I here I by n minus I students here. So here printed as n minus j 1 here, n minus I you can take j by n minus j. So this is n minus I plus n minus j, same thing you can continue here. So because of I equal to and j equal to what we have written. Same double sigma 2n, n plus n 2n minus I plus j, same thing here. So take common, adding 1 and 2. So this is the equation 1 already given. This is equation 2 what we got by replacing I by n minus I, j by n minus j. So from which 2s equal to 2n. So because of you can take common, sigma NCI plus NCJ as constraints. So here why we are used here, in simple concept is nothing but a, what is extra I plus j is there. So by operating this commonly we have cancelled that. So we got it answer students. Now next here double sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n, that is NCI. So for this also you can apply the same principle what we have used in first concept. So but here we having only NCI, NCJ not there, even though that nothing will happen. Same thing we can continue here. So NCI just you can apply here students here. You can going on, you can do. After that when one is there nothing but suppose see here about I is given. Yeah, after this completion automatically you will get j equal 0 to n nothing but you need to understand here. So there should be a 1 if you have taken this is out. 1 means from where we should start, from j equal to 0 to n, the n plus 1 terms here. So how do you got this n plus 1 nothing but that number of terms we should take what here 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus like this. So nothing is there means 1 should be here. That 1 should be added from j equal 0 to n means number of terms that we have taken. So that's why we'll get it is a n plus 1, that is NCI. Same thing you can take as it is. So n plus 1 2 to the power of n, because of n plus 1 you take common, you can apply equal 0 to this, you get 2 power n. Same thing 2 power n. So that is nothing but after releasing n into 2 power n minus 1. Same before we have used I, here we have used j. Now see double sigma 0 less than or equal to I less than j less than or equal to n. J NCI, whatever we are used here. Sigma r equal to 0 to n minus 1. So NCR, you can expand the terms here, nothing but r plus 1, r plus 2, so and so on up to n. So because of here, j is there and NCI is there here. So with respect to I only commonly what are the terms we have taken we can use. R equal 0 to n minus 1 NCR. So what are the terms we have written? The same thing you can take is here. So next to NCR. So n plus 1 by 2 into n minus r, the total summation commonly we can take students. You can write it is as usually. So now here nothing but r equal to 0 to n here. Here r equal 0 to n minus 1. Here r equal 0 to only n. Up to this we have taken. So then you can take n plus 1 by 2 common, sigma r equal 0 to n minus r NCR minus n by 2 into sigma r equal 0 to r into NCR. Simply you can release this. Commonly you will get this is students here. After that same thing you can write separately, and after that you can apply the what are the principle you get r CR like this, r square CR. Also we have derived this principle students here. So next you can continue. So here if 1 plus x to the power of n equal to c0 plus c1x plus c2x square plus so and so on cnx to the power of n, find the values of the following. So as before what we have done here is also same. Here see sigma r equal 0 to n, sigma s equal 0 to n. So both sigmas applied for the both the terms. Here what should we get here? When you applied r equal 0, it can be operate, and whatever you get and some constant will be operate with this one. So same thing here, the both sigmas when you applied here, so s can be operated for this sigma students here, for cs here. The remaining is nothing but again same quantity you will get, whatever you will get. If you taken out again 1 remains as before we said. So r equal 0 to n means n plus 1 terms in both the cases you will get. So now we can move for the problems. So same thing here, what we told, what we explained, so same thing will come here. So first problem you can take here, r equal 0 to n, s equal 0 to n. So you can write for the both the terms means apply the both sigmas for both the terms. And CR means only r equal 0 to you can apply. Same thing here you can apply. Here nothing but a 2 power n. So here also 2 power n already you know. So here 2 power n you can take in common, 1 will be. So 1 will be what I told you friends here, s equal 0 to n nothing but a number of terms 1 plus 1 plus 1. So up to n plus 1. Why? Because of we are starting from 0 to n nothing but a total number of terms are n plus 1. So like that you can remember here. So whatever you will be getting. So after that is, so what are the problem you applied that you got? So then you can continue after writing that students here. So next the problem whatever you have taken, if 1 plus x to the power of n, c0 same thing expansion. Again also we can go for the with respect to CR and CS. So what are the problems here? Summation is there. Here nothing but a product is there. So same thing will be continuous students here. So this is Alator method, nothing but a direct also we can take this and this, or by using principle also we can do students. Now same thing here, see sigma as we have taken I into j, simply here we have used r into s. For that is same process will takes place. So double sigma 0 less than or equal to R less than S less than or equal to RS into CR into S. So same thing here, R we can write for this, S we can write for this. So that you can write for expansion. So whatever it is. So commonly NCR nothing but a, as going on expansion you will get this is. First term you can take to NCR. NCR means n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So here n factorial we can written as n into n minus 1. Here this is also we can n into n minus 1. N take out, here r take out. So remaining is n minus 1 cr minus 1. The same here only this is we have written like this here. We didn't change anything here. The same thing. Now we applied, that is whatever the sigma we having, because of as a 2 terms n into n we have the what students here, n square rr for 2 and ss also will be getting cancelled. So n square taken out, you applied for the water product, same principle will take place.